welcome to the Thirsty Bitches podcast, where we talk about anything under the sun, from books to entertainment to self-help, and even a little spice. I'm Victoria.
I'm Kiara.
And I'm Katalyn.
What are you doing?
There is hair in my mic.
There's hair in mine too.
There was like a long piece of hair, and now I'm just like, there's olive hair all in it. There's so much olive hair in my mic.
Right. Okay.
I feel that.
Well,
anyways,
we're here to talk about Water's Wrath as a part of our catch-up series.
Fourth book in the Air Awakens series.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I finish?
Let me tell you how many videos I keep getting from Elise Kova about the next series in it, and I'm like, I can't get started yet. Elise, you need to calm down.
Oh my gosh. Well, as Kira was saying, welcome to our next catch-up episode for the fourth book in the Air Awakens series, Water's Wrath. This is one of the books that Kiara was spoiled for, which makes me really sad.
What was spoiled for you?
The thing that you're big mad about.
You're big mad about.
Oh, okay. I can see why you'd be upset.
We've been talking about it this whole time, just like Victoria, that one thing with the brother was spoiled for me, and everyone's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm certain shit." Welcome, Katalyn.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Glad you're here with us, because I remember at one point we were talking about it, and you were like, "Will I be upset?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know how you feel about this character, so I don't know."
Yeah. I don't.
Spoiler: I'm very upset.
There we go. We're
so,
upset.
anyways, spoiler warning: if you haven't read Water's Wrath, save it and come back. You guys know the drill. We've been doing catch up since we started doing the podcast, so
yeah,
this is how it goes.
Nothing new here, everyone. Before we get into it, we're gonna do our quenchful moments. If you're new here, and you shouldn't be new here at this point if you're listening to the catch up hours. Quenchful moment is something happy or exciting that has happened to us over the last week or so that we want to share with each other and with you. And so to start us off, Katalyn, what was your quenchable moment?
My quenchable moment is that I've spent way too much money on Legos. I'm hyper fixated.
They're cute though.
They are. Here, there's some succulents back there. I don't know if you can see them very well. Hold on, let me grab one. The one I'm most proud of. Here you go. Ready?
Is this the Hogwarts one?
No, it's Grimmauld Place.
Oh,
cute.
Nice.
That's real cute.
Everyone's inside. Oh shit!
She broke it.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's so cute. Oh wow,
man,
so
that's a lot.
That's it. I've just been spending money on Legos while we've been not recording and building them. So
I love that for you.
My bank account doesn't, but
well, you went.
And I have like the ministries down there. I have the Room of Requirement, Dumbledore's office, and then I have like Hogwarts one I'm not done with yet.
God, so many.
It is. Oh, and I bought Hocus Pocus house. It's out there.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, it's been a problem. My roommate and I both have become obsessed, but anyways.
You're so funny.
We all need hobbies.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Hobby.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
As if we all don't have a very expensive hobby.
Mm-hmm. Well, those are really cute. I'm really jealous because I want to do those things too. Well, you'll have to get pictures of all of them so we can show them on our Instagram for our listeners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are they all? They're around.
You gotta find them. Anyways, Victoria, what was your quenchful moment?
I will have tomorrow off for Veterans Day. I'm very excited. My job gives us the option to either have Indigenous Peoples Day off or Veterans Day off. And we forgot to talk about which day we were going to take off. So we didn't take Indigenous Peoples Day off. So we're taking Veterans Day off.
Love that.
So.
Love that.
Yeah. I'm always happy to have an extra day off. It'll be nice.
I'm pretty sure I don't get either of those days off at my new job. From what I could tell with the day off situation, they go on UK holidays because it's a UK based company.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Holidays.
and the reason I think it's that is because we don't get Thanksgiving off, but a couple months ago, the company was closed the day that King Charles got coronated. So
Back in May?
they had that day off in May
Yeah.
on the holiday sheet. I was like, oh, this is because it's the UK. Thanksgiving we do not get it off. Veterans Day we do not get it off.
But do you get
Indigenous
like
Day.
the week off between Christmas and New Year's, or do you still have to work? Because a lot
I have
of
no
places will
idea.
have that week off.
You should
I
have that off then if it's UK based.
Well,
If
because
it's
it's a
UK-based.
it's a security company though for Amazon. I don't think I will.
You should check.
Yeah, you should check that. I don't know if we have Indigenous Peoples Day off at school. We don't get Veterans Day off, but
yeah, we have
we have a 4-day weekend.
I think they're going to change it though, so we get both, which would be great.
Nice.
But
anyways. That's exciting.
Yeah, I was
happy for you.
Long weekend. Anyways, Kiara, what was your quenchable moment this week?
So my quenchable moment is I got to see one of my closest friends get married in Rhode Island recently. It was probably one of the best weddings I've been to, outside of my brother's. You know, it's a family one. That one, Katalyn Tamus was really great. Sans the power outage.
But it was still good.
Yeah, but Erica, this is my first friend that's gotten married, so I don't know what Olive just pulled out of my computer. It was my charger. She's been laying right here next to. Anyways, I got to see Erica get married, and it was such a fun experience. Emily and I had a great time. We flew into Boston, and the wedding was done in Rhode Island, and it was gorgeous. Such a beautiful wedding. And then we hung out for a couple of days in Rhode Island and in Salem, so we had a really great time. Forewarning for anyone who is renting cars, do not rent an electric vehicle unless you can get you are told that it is fully charged when you get it, or they are giving you a Tesla, because they gave us an electric vehicle that was only half charged, and we were playing catch up the entire fucking time. We spent 4 hours in a grocery store parking lot on that Saturday charging the car so we can get from Rhode Island up to my aunt's house. And even then, we still had to stop halfway for like 20 minutes to add some more charge to it because we weren't going to make it there and then to Salem the next day to charge more. Like, so fucking annoying. And Tesla supercharger stations, unless the car comes with an adapter, you cannot charge there. So, because the plug is shaped differently from normal plugs. So, really fucking annoying. And yeah, that's just like a PSA if you guys are renting electric vehicles.
Why would they should offer adapters then for you to be able to use the Tesla station? That's stupid. Anyways, companies be better about putting charging stations.
Yeah. But anyways, it was fun. I got to see my friend get married. I got to see my aunt's house fully done, which you two saw the bones of it. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So beautiful. Did not get to see my aunt. She was out of town, but she did let us stay there. So that was nice.
Yeah, that was an interesting visit.
That was so fun.
It was great.
We had a great
time.
time.
Talking about.
We had a great time.
It was amazing.
We can play cornhole, guys.
Oh gosh,
so funny.
Anyways,
glad
that you had a great time. Let's move on to something that wasn't as much of a great time. So as you guys know, I've been on a health journey, and with that, I've been looking for tools and products to help me get my health back in check. One of the things I've really been focusing on is staying hydrated, and a product that's really helped me with that is Liquid IV. In just one stick, you get 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster hydration than with water alone. It's also come in super clutch when I'm out and about, and I realize I haven't hydrated well enough. Plus, it's super convenient to keep in my bag or in my car in case of an emergency. Right now, you can get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code STAYTHIRSTY at checkout. That's 20% off of anything you order when you shop for better hydration today using promo code STAYTHIRSTY at liquidiv.com. Stay thirsty, bitches. Water's
fine. It was fine until that one chapter.
So I think in this one we're picking up Vhalla is at the crossroads.
She is at the crossroads. I will say
Working in the bookshop.
I loved that she ended up back there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a great spot for her, for where we were picking up, for her to kind of like find herself. There's a lot of things happening in the crossroads for her to learn about herself and her abilities and the things that she can do and can't do, and just like everything that's happening around her in terms of the kingdoms and all the bad people that are around her as well. I just really love that she went to the crossroads. I love where she was living.
I mean,
I
you could
loved
kind
who
of
she was living with.
Probably end up back there because, like, I think it was mentioned in Earth's End when she was there, it was an easy place to blend in.
Yes.
But like,
yeah,
even though obviously the woman who owned the bookshop knew who she was,
yes,
she was still able to blend in enough that.
I also really love that in the beginning, right off the bat, we are getting her with Aldrick's memories like right away, which just really, really showcases like how important his memories are. And obviously we learn about how important they are within this book itself in the end. So I love that she was in the crossroads. I was really hoping that it was going to be Aldrick that showed up, but I'm not mad it was Jax.
Yeah, no, I love Jax.
I love
now
Jax.
I see why you were worried at the end of last episode because you had started this book.
So it's chapter 4, all caps, they killed Jax. And then you go down, chapter 11, all caps, Jax isn't dead, what the fuck?
If Victoria hadn't told us that, she would have gotten more angry snaps.
I did give you that one.
I love Jax so much. And
Same.
right now, I am just staying so confident that he is going to survive through the end of this. Because I love this man.
He did.
I told you he did.
She told us he did.
It's like a dog situation. Jax cannot die.
But does he make it through the next series is the question.
Shh.
Listen, I'm already angry about Balder.
Yes, so for those of you who are listening, Katalyn learned what I was spoiled with, and that is that Balder dies in this book.
Yeah, but it's not even just that he dies, it's also the way that he dies.
Yeah. As soon as
and
they
the
said
way
he
that
had
he was
autumn fever.
Yeah,
I was
and
like,
the way that he was like, Vhalla, you are my sister. I'm like, I can't. I can't.
Yeah, as soon as he was sick.
It broke Aldrick. Like, it broke him.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm still big mad about it, so.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So let's backtrack.
Yeah,
let's
go back
to the crossroads.
Start at the beginning. Back to crossroads. So she's there. Gordo Fang comes. He's talking about all these things you need to, but she's also spotted by what's his face?
Spotted. Ding dong. I don't know his name.
He's a general.
Yeah.
Oh, Schnur or whatever.
Yeah, General Schnur. Who wants to use her as a weapon, essentially. So
such a dumb name.
She sees Jax because she's spotted. Jax grabs her. They go into a hidey hole for like 2 weeks.
Oh, she talks to what's his name from the West that made her a duchess.
Yeah,
that's how she got caught.
Yeah, that's why she got caught. And they're in a hidey hole. They come out. They try to go to that general's place. That is where we think Jax dies. God, that was so bad. I'm like, he just came back.
Yeah.
And then to find out that like the Golden Guard has been like split up across the nation to find her. I was like, my heart. Thank God it's not Daniel on the crossroads.
But of course Daniel would go east. First of all, there's nothing wrong with Daniel. He is a great person. Although he's probably dead now based on how the book fucking ends, but
I did start the next book already.
Of course you did.
Obviously, this week.
I haven't.
Yeah. Oh, also, I want to just quickly flag. Don't forget about the books that she was looking into.
Yeah.
When she was at the crossroads at the beginning.
She's into when
she's learning those different languages
at the very beginning, and she's reading through the books, and the shopkeeper's like, "Why this one?" And she's like,
"About the knights."
So this is where we find out that Jax surprise, might die, apparently.
Mhm.
We think he is. That
She
sucks.
told us he didn't.
Yeah, but I did not know that when I first read it. That sucks.
Yeah, she
That
was
really
already like halfway. No, she had
True.
already read that chapter before I had told
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
True.
That was so bad. But then they're like, she's taken, they're on the road. This is another, I'm gonna throw this theory out there. They're at the windmill, being held up. I think the girl that set it on fire is also Vi. I think it's Vi. That is a theory. I think she's following Vhalla,
But
the
it
psychic.
was
I think it's her following her
but it was
around to
Aldrich's
protect her.
fire that burnt down the windmill. I think it's someone different.
I don't know. I think it's,
It has to be someone related to Aldrick.
Does it though?
You think it's someone related to Aldrick?
Yes, because it was his fire, and he wasn't there. It was his fire that burnt down the
And
thing.
all I keep thinking about is that fucking lock, like that compass pocket watch thing. That's all I keep thinking about with Vi, the pocket watch and Vi. Like, because remember when she said when she gave it back, this is the first book, we're going back to the first book, when she gave the pocket watch to Vi at the end, it felt like a piece of her was being taken, like a Horcrux. Like a Horcrux.
True.
And she had, like, at that point, Aldrick hadn't been saved yet, and so, like, she still was, like, kind of keeping him alive in a way. Like, I don't know. I have a really an inkling that this person was Vi. Like, there's, because it tracks. Vi, we meet her in the crossroads, and then during Earth's End, she is in the like, that's Vi in the caverns. There's no other way that is not Vi in the caverns when Vhalla went to go take the axe. And then she's back. Like, I think that this woman is, like, following Vhalla to keep her alive. And I want to know who she, like, I want to know who she is. I hope we learn more about her in, like, the next series, too.
But the fact that the fire didn't burn her and she knew it was Aldrich's fire is what's throwing me.
I could feel it. This woman is so mysterious. I just can't. I can't get over it.
Anyways.
So Jax is almost died?
Fuck that. Then all the people keeping her captive die in that windmill thing. She goes into the town and she runs into the woman who was pretending to be her.
Tim.
We love her. And they get on horses and they go back to the kingdom. And she rides in because people are trying to be like, oh, she did something bad. And she's like, no, I did not. She makes a whole spectacle of it. I loved the spectacle. I loved it. It was so good. I'm like,
I'm
what
very frustrated. It took so long for her and Aldrick to talk in this book. I kept like, come on.
He's being a little bitch boy. He's being a little bitch boy.
They're both being little bitches.
I really love, though, that he, like, really focused on making himself better, not drinking, like, helping out with the armies and stuff. Like, I really love that he's like, I want to be better for her because I love her so much. And I'm just like, oh my god, this boy.
That line I sent you when they finally did start talking.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The hopeless, like, whatever that line was. Anyways.
It
was a good one.
Chapter 9, I have in all caps. I wanted to see her awakening from his POV so bad. Because they talk about it all the time. And, like, that was, we finally got to see his point of view from her having the dream of his memory. And I'm just like, oh my god! Like, I really just wanted to see what he was going through in that moment. Because, like, we learned that
he truly cared for her.
Because the way that the chapter is done in the first book, it's like, he pushes her and then she wakes up in a bed. Like, we don't actually get to see the fall because her body, like, protects her mind from it.
Yeah.
And then we go to chapter 10, and this is where I cried a lot because it is the bracelet that Laurel left, and it has that message for her. Yeah.
And and Fred.
I died.
Also, I really like Graham. He's so sweet.
I do too. But hearing Laurel, like, listening to the audiobook and hearing Laurel's voice, I'm just like,
oh, see, that would hit different. I just read it and I was like, oh, that's sweet.
I'm like, I can't do it. It was literally in Laurel's voice. I'm like, I can't do this.
Oh.
Yeah, so Laurel just makes me cry just thinking about her. But another thing that happened in chapter 10, this is a quote from chapter 10. Lyndon was rumored to not have a weapon, but a crown.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Crystal Crown is the next title for the next book.
Yeah, obviously there was going to be a crown involved.
Yes. So I was like, oh, there it is. And then of course chapter 11 Jack shows up and you're like, what?
Oh yeah, Jax was just telling us and she's like, excuse the fuck out of me. What?
He's alive.
You didn't think to tell me?
Whole time.
I was like, I hate this so much.
Yeah, Victoria, if you hadn't told us he survived, I probably would have not continued the book.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I need to give them this.
I almost don't want to read the next book because there, but
Yeah.
And then I don't have any notes until chapter 19, which is where Balder dies, and it's just capitalized, all caps. Balder can't be dead. But in between that chapter 11 and chapter 19, I will say that Daniel did grow on me a little bit because they had training montages, and they both agreed like what happened was like not okay, like we're friends, like we need like we used each other. I was like, okay, like this is fine. Like
I told you it would be fine.
I knew we'd be fine, but I'm just like, you guys are not mentally capable to be around each other right now. Like this is not okay.
You immediately like hated him.
I did. Like, y'all, you both have so much trauma. You could not be putting your trauma on each other. Like, walk away.
Fair.
So I will give Katalyn that. And then chapter 19, Balder is dead. And then chapter 21. Chapter 21 is, I just wrote, none of this is fair. Balder is dead. I'm pissed. I will not be reading his POV series. It's not happening.
No, you need to.
No, what? I'm not gonna read that because
there's short ones that's about the Golden Guard.
Oh, yep. I don't know that I could read that, actually. Yep. I'm very angry that he is dead. Even though something traumatic had to happen.
And I could not figure out for the life of me if you liked Balder or not, but I didn't want to like outright ask because I was worried that would give it away.
It would have. But no, as soon as it was like he's sick with autumn fever, and I was like, well, like, rip to Balder.
Because obviously we know her mom died of that, and we're just like, oh, fuck. And kids are more likely to survive it than parents are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there had to be something else that happened. But seeing how the end of the book ended, like happening, like what happened at the end, I'm glad he died of autumn fever and not how his parents died.
Yeah.
Like if I had to take the lesser of two evils there.
Yeah. And can we just like talk about the underlying stuff that's happening during all of this? It's Aldrick is engaged to a literal child. A literal child.
I don't like her.
That whole situation was wild to me.
Yeah.
And then they're just like pulling her, but they're like, we're gonna stage a coup.
Yeah, and she's like,
no.
Fuck.
She's like, that's
I
not
love
what's
that
happening.
She told Aldrick too. She's like, so this thing is gonna happen.
I will also say, I didn't trust Victor from the jump. Especially while the moment he was like, we need to untangle this stuff off of the axe.
I trusted him until that point, until she brought him the axe.
And he was like, I need you to do this for me. And I'm like, no.
This isn't looking good. Mm-mm. And then when Graham tried to stop her, I was like, ah, fuck. Why did Aldrick have to pick such an easy thing to answer for the door?
Because he's a
like goof. the moment that he shut up, I wrote in my things on chapter 23, that's not Aldrick, it's Victor using an illusion. It has to be. And in all caps, I knew not to trust Victor with a fucking axe. Like, because Aldrick wouldn't have come back being like, we have to leave. It's like, he's mourning his brother. Like, he is not going to be that frantic right now.
No.
He is unwell.
I also am frustrated that Vhalla lost all of her power, but I'm hopeful that she'll get it back.
Oh, I wrote, I think she's going to get her power back. I fully believe she's going to get her power back.
Yeah. I mean, she's wearing the crown on the cover of the next book, so.
Yeah. I think she'll be fine.
Yeah, I was just angry because I figured something had to happen like that on top of someone dying. So I was just like,
yeah. God, that whole situation, that whole like montage where Aldrick shows up with the God. And there's Fritz, and he's just like there, and I'm like, do not kill this boy! I swear to fucking God.
Right. But Fritz's family,
so cute.
Love them
let me tell you,
so much.
I started
And
the next
Jax,
book. You're gonna love them.
And Jack's flirting with his sisters, and he's like,
Jax?
no, not my sisters.
I fucking love Jax so much.
I really want to say something, but it's kind of sort of a spoiler, but it's also like I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
But anyways, Jax being with his sisters and Fritz freaking out is just adorable.
It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, by the way.
I figured
Right.
since
all I know is like I feel so bad for Vhalla and Fritz's sisters that went with her into town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, having to see that zombie
like
thing.
That was probably so traumatizing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Vhalla, like, I think she mentioned she's seen, like, she's lost her innocence, whereas the girls haven't, so that's why like she's the one who says like repeats information and all that. But like she still has
see
the
beginning of her losing her innocence in that first big thing during the first book, like with her friends dying.
Also, can we talk about how Aldrick's dreams are their fucking future? Her future?
Anyways. Love it.
I'm not a huge fan of when she got slashed with the axe and it was all coming true, and then
Okay, but keep that in mind.
The baby.
That things are the future that he's seeing.
I know, but not for sure the future, but potential future.
Because that's part of the powers of like fire wielders, like they can see, which is why Vi is a fire wielder.
Yeah. But still, the little child one, and then the deal with the princess, and I was like, motherfuck.
I trust her,
but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that like they will get to visit and stuff. So.
I trust it. I trust it, and I think personally,
based on Victoria's face, I don't know if I do.
I think that deal is going to be a really big part of the next series because we know I know that it's who the next series is about.
I'm blissfully unaware
because I accidentally spoiled it.
No, I already knew what it was about because I had before we had even become friends because I had read Air Awakens before I had met you.
Okay.
And I was like, I really loved Elise Kova, and I was like, oh, what's this next series? And I read it, and I'm like, oh,
which is why it's astounding to me that you wouldn't read past the point that you were at.
Because I'm just like, this is great. I knew when I was reading Fire Falling, and I got to that point, I'm like, oh god, it's like when you're reading a romance book and they're like happy and everything at like 60% of the book, and you're just like, fuck, there's a third act breakup. I just know it. It's that kind of feeling when they get together like that in like the second book, but it's a 5-book series. You're just like, shit.
Well, you think this has been heartbreaking relationship wise.
Don't get me started. So I think that this deal is going to play a really big part in the next series, if not the next one, then the one after that, because there's 2. So
how many books are there?
There's 5 in this one, 5 in the they're all 5.
Yeah, there should be 5 in the third one, as far as I know.
It's too many.
Generational.
But they're easy reads. They're not big books. You have them.
I know. Yeah, Grimmauld Place was sitting on them.
God.
Anyway,
so the deal is important. We know this. Aldrick's potentially dreaming of the future.
Potentially,
that man is. Futures.
He has.
He's dreaming of possible futures. You've seen which ones have we seen so far? Her getting hit with the axe.
And the baby.
Oh, the garden after they came back from.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm never going to see the garden again.
Yeah, because he left her a rose, and he was like, we need to talk. And when he asked, are you real? That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the
So
Guardian.
a lot of things are happening.
A lot of things are happening.
The end of the book, they're all kneeling to the new emperor, not Victor.
Yeah, they're all kneeling to Aldrick. God, I feel so bad for him. He had literally just lost Balder, and then he lost his dad.
Thought he lost Vhalla.
God, if he ever lost Vhalla, he would break. Like that, he would.
I mean,
off
he
himself.
almost fucking did. He almost did. He did almost die.
If Vhalla, like, literally, if she died, I think he'd be like, I'm in it now too. We go together. We're going together. Like, no. Oh, poor boy. Poor Bean.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I will say this book got me out of my slump, so
that's good. Even though it's the only book you read this month.
It's okay. She's been going through a lot. It's fine.
September was not great, y'all.
So I did start the next book.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I plan to if I don't have to drive to this game tonight.
And I've gotten a couple of chapters in. But I want to know, Katalyn, because Victoria's going to ask us what we think about what's going to happen in the last book.
Mm-hmm.
So
they defeat Victor. They both become emperor and empress, and everything is happy.
Is everything happy though? Are you sure?
No, I'm sure more people die. Probably Fritz, and I'm going to be angry about it.
I think Vi is going to show up again.
You're stuck on Vi.
I really am. She's mysterious. It's like Vaughn. Like, where's Vaughn with Vi? It's like, here comes Vi. Like,
it's those V names.
I can tell you that it's not like Vaughn.
No, I don't think it is. It's a different series. Vaughn, we're just like, what the fuck is this man? Mm-hmm. Vi is like, when is she gonna show up again? Because it's always gonna be in a very mysterious way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I think she will.
Fair assessment.
She'll get her magic
back
but
somehow. My question is, so you're so hyper focused on Vi. Who do you think Vi is?
Do you really want to know?
No, because I know you already know the answer. Katalyn, who do you think Vi is? And if she's actually important?
I don't want to answer because I don't want to be wrong.
No, I'm genuinely curious. I want to know.
Stupid.
You're not going to feel stupid. Don't say that.
But see, I don't remember a lot from the books because I had to read them so fast. So, like, I don't remember.
Okay, fair.
I don't know who she is. This is just a theory. Okay. Because it's why I think she's showing up so much.
Okay.
They put a lot of emphasis, especially in the North when they're in Earth's End, with like magic and everything of the mother. And I think Vi plays into that.
You think she's his mom?
No, like the mother of like how.
Oh, okay.
In the North, they talk about like
an entity.
The mother is what brought the magic to the land or whatever. Like Vi is or connected to the mother. Like the way that she just keeps like showing up.
Okay. I'm sus that his mom dying because there was no body.
Fair.
Mm-hmm. And as you like to say, Kiara, no body, no death.
No body, no death.
So
and Aldrick has never seen Vi.
Exactly.
So, and her power is she has firepower.
I can't remember if his mom had firepower or not. I just know she was powerful, but I don't know what.
Well, she's from the area that he's from.
Yeah, she's from the area that he's from. The tricky thing is it's hard to ensure that power passes from parent to child.
But he's so
I'm not
strong.
Thinking it could be his mom. It could be someone else in his family.
I don't know.
But we don't have confirmation that his mom is actually dead. Just that she did something stupid.
What if
much like Aldrick does?
What if Vi is connected to the mother or is the mother, but she's also Aldrick's mom? Like that's why he's so powerful. That could be cool.
Like a demigod of some kind.
That's a thought.
Victoria, that's a thought.
Victoria,
No, it's not. It's not an invalid thought. It is a thought.
No, just you come like hiding your face.
On the same topic as Vi, that pocket watch from the first book, it's gonna show up again. I just know it.
Probably.
Remember, it's a Horcrux. Basically, how I'm describing it, because she's like, "Oh my god, like it felt like a piece of me was being taken." I think that's how she gets her power back. In the final book, it's one of those because her magic all of the rest of her magic is in the axe.
No, it's in the crown, isn't
it? Victor took it. He took it in one of them. It's in one of it's in the crystals. He has one part of it, but the pocket watch has some of her power. I just know it.
Yeah. Just like Aldrick still has part of the bond, had part of her power with the bond, but the bond's gone now, and I'm really sad about it.
Yeah,
is it though?
I don't know. Is it?
Those are my theories. I think we'll see some of the golden guard.
I really want at least one of them, other than Jax, to survive, but I'm not that hopeful.
Again, I did read a couple of chapters into the next book.
I will be starting it today.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten snaps about
it. I read a lot of books later, but I was getting through Twisted Crowns last night. I've read in September. I think I read like 16 books.
Wow, that's where all my motivation went, was to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get as much books out as I can before I start my new job next week.
Fair.
That's fair.
Kind of just barrel through them,
Okay, so how do we think that? I can't ask this because Katalyn doesn't. I don't want to spoil it for Katalyn because you're gonna give it away. I know you will.
No, I'm not. Just ask.
I just work here.
I was gonna ask, how do we think that this series is going to lead to the overarching storyline of the next series?
Oh, I know nothing about the next series.
About what's gonna happen there.
No thoughts. Head empty. Haven't even thought about the next series.
Because Kiara, you were saying earlier that you think that the deal with the
so I've read the synopsis of the first book.
Yeah.
So I know who the main character
synopsis is. I'm gonna look it up quick.
I know who the main character is.
Yeah.
I want to look it up.
And this is why I know what the main character's first name is.
Don't say it.
And this is why. This is why, Victoria. Anyways. Do not look it up, Katalyn. I swear to God. I know who the main character is, which is why I know Aldrick and Vhalla are going to be okay.
You all told me they were going to be okay, so.
But I'm really curious to see. Obviously, I have to read the next series as well, because the third series, like, one, I want to see them go on to a different continent so bad. And I would love to see it in this next series, but it could be a really great way for them to pull it out into the third series. I don't know. And also, the cover of the next series has people with pointed ears. We got Fae action up in this bitch. Katalyn's like, I'm sorry, what?
Interesting,
I know. So I'm very curious to see what happens.
Okay.
But I know who the main character is and where they come from. So I can't really say anything.
Yeah, I have no thoughts.
Well, just don't read the synopsises for any of the other ones because it gives away.
I won't. I just didn't think when I read it, I didn't know it was connected to this series. I was like, oh, it's another series from Elise Kova, and I read it, and I'm just like, oh, like I should probably finish that series.
Yeah, the only thing that I'll say about the next series is I did not see that twist coming, even in the slightest.
What book?
And I cannot wait till we get to it, because
next year.
next year. I cannot wait for you guys to get to it because then I can finally make my comparison that I've been holding on to for ages.
Well, we already know. I'm probably going to read that series before we do the catch up. But Katalyn, you can hold off on it until we get to it.
Oh, okay. Then I'm not going to remember fuck all from this series to the next.
We'll keep we'll keep our notes.
Oh, thanks.
Kiara
The notes on the outline where it literally just says, "I'm big mad right now."
Big mad.
Kiara can be the note keeper for this one.
Yeah, I have all. I'll keep my notes app. Don't worry.
Yeah, but it just. I have never seen an author do something like that.
We also have these episodes you could listen back to, Katalyn.
Yeah, there's always
that. A lot of
She's
effort,
not going
honestly.
to do that.
I'm not going to do that. I edit them and then...
No, just listen to them while you're building your Legos.
Oh,
doing
I
your
have other
by number.
things I need. Everything. I have other things I watch and do. And I do that.
Okay, what characters do you think will make it into the next series?
Aldrick and Vhalla. Not like
Obviously.
main characters, but I think they'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Jax.
Maybe.
Jax, because you told us he survives. So he's a first sure given.
I said he survives this series.
I know, but you say he survives this series, so I think he's going to be in the next series for sure. I think we're going to see the people of the North, like the princess.
I would say others, but they're probably going to die in the next book, so I don't want to get my hopes up.
Others like who?
Like Fritz or Graham.
You're so determined.
She's like, well, Balder died, so...
I know, Balder died, so...
Katalyn's like, Laurel died, Balder died, I'm just waiting now. I'm just like a waiting game.
Playing the long game here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I should just put you out of your misery and tell you what happens.
No, it's fine.
She's only got one book left.
You'll be fine. You'll make it.
Yeah.
You'll survive no matter what happens.
Well, oh yeah. I've read worse. More heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn, I don't know.
Do you think there's going to be a time skip between Kiara? You can't.
Alicia will be there for sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kiara, you're not allowed to answer this question. Katalyn, do you think there's going to be a time skip between this series and the next one?
Probably. I don't know how long, but probably.
Just over here drinking water. What are we talking
about? Convenient timing.
I told her she wasn't allowed to answer this question.
Listen, I had to cover my face. And I had to do it in a way where it's like not super obvious. Cover my face.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fair.
But I don't know. I don't do a lot of the theories and looking. I just read, and then I forget.
Yeah, you've always said that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really am excited for you guys to read the second series. I think I prefer the second series over the first one.
Ooh,
still YA.
There's.
I would say yes because her Married to Magic. That's her first like dip into new adult, and even her most recent one, the Duke one, the Siren one. Mm-hmm. That one is like the most like
spicy
out of all of them. So I would say all of these ones probably yes. If we're gonna see any sort of spice in it, it would probably be at this end of this third series that she's writing because she's still in the process of writing it.
Yeah, I would say there's no spice, but I wouldn't necessarily qualify it as YA. This is why I don't necessarily like the YA tag for a lot of series because I think people are thinking strictly about sex and not about
No, I mean there are definitely darker themes in this
and murder.
Because I would like, it's not YA, but it's not adult.
Yeah.
It just has a lot of YA undertones for some reason.
So, like, I wouldn't qualify, for instance, An Ember in the Ashes as a YA series, but it is categorized as YA series.
I would categorize it as, like, a more innocent new adult.
Yes.
Because you're not getting, like, the sexual aspects to it, but you're getting a lot of, like, the harder topics.
Yeah. But it doesn't feel, for me, like a YA beyond the fact that it's not spicy, which...
That's fine.
It's okay. But yeah, I think I prefer the second one.
I just want some
I think
F-bombs. There's no F-bombs or anything.
yeah, there's no cussing. But I think part of the reason why I prefer it is because of the twist that happens. Because I love it when an author can catch me off guard because it doesn't happen often.
And Elise does such a good job of it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Y'all are gonna be caught by the neck.
I'm excited.
If you all figure that one out, I will be impressed. But yeah,
what book does it happen? Probably book 4, because that's when she likes to throw her twists in. Is book 4.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's at the end of book 4.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Are you guys at least enjoying it so far?
Yes. You know I love
Even though
Elise.
you keep getting mad.
Yeah. I mean,
Katalyn, we know Katalyn likes it because she's willing to pick up the next book almost immediately. So we know that's when she likes things.
It's right there. I struggled through the first 3, but this one really turned it around.
Mm-hmm. I think Water's Wrath is probably, other than Baldair, I would say Water's Wrath is probably like one of my favorites.
Yeah,
so far.
It's just one of those series that like you have to have, I don't know, like the right headspace almost, and I haven't been in it, so maybe that's what's affecting it.
I think I like this one so much because Vhalla is finally coming into herself. Like she's like the last 3 books is like a lot about her growth, and this is her finally like being like, I'm strong. I know I'm strong. I can do these things. Like I don't need anyone's help. Like she's like, I'm independent, and I'm like, I fucking love this.
Yeah,
and that's why I like this one so much.
Yeah.
It was going great till Baldair got sick, but
we know.
I just work here, so
I love that she like held Aldrick though. She like stayed with him and
well, he kind of like kidnapped her in a way after he died and like pulled her out.
I loved it. I loved it.
He's just having a cute little mentee bee.
Yeah.
Oh, don't we all though?
Yeah.
We all need our moments. Anyways, I'm excited for you guys to read the next book. It's the end of this section of the series.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. I'm gonna have to actually take notes because we don't record that episode for another like month. So
yeah, we got a while. We got a hot second, but it'll be good.
If I don't read it,
you guys will. I think you'll be content with how it ends.
Hopefully.
And the only reason why I say that is because it continues.
Yeah.
I think if it just ended the way that it ends and that was it, I don't think as many people would be as happy with it.
I will probably start the next series like right after we finish recording.
Crystal Crowned.
Okay. Just don't start it before.
I won't.
Okay, it's important.
He says.
I will literally start it like I will have the book ready to go for right when we finish.
Okay. Well, on that note, if you guys have been keeping up with us, make sure to share any thoughts, feelings, theories you've got, especially as we get towards the last book. If you have any overarching theories for the next series, I would love to see them. If you already read the next series and want to talk to me about it, I would also equally love that. But yeah, I'm excited for us to continue on. You can hit us up on every platform that we stream on. Have a little talk, kiki. You can also hit us up on Instagram, Thirsty Bitches Podcast, and on TikTok. Kiara's been running the show over there, doing a good job.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
You're the best.
For right now, Kiara, can you take us out with an affirmation?
I will. So today's affirmation is, as the seasons change, I accept the transformation that comes with it.
All right. Aw. Damn.
I just expect it now.
Yeah. I know. Ever since I pointed it out, we're just like, you have to do it now.
You're going to send me into a coughing fit.
Sorry.
Anyways. That's okay. I'll try and do the Oz more on cue, I guess, for you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you all so much for joining us. Make sure to tune in on Tasty Tuesdays and Thirsty Thursdays for all new episodes. And be sure to subscribe and follow our socials. Listen in the description. Make sure you like, rate, and leave a review for the podcast to help boost us across the platforms. Have a lovely day. And remember, stay thirsty, bitches.